Hello and welcome. Smack Talk with Eli and Jerry. I'm Eli. Jerry will be here sometime. We pretty much know that. At least he cannot get mad at me because I said hello and welcome to this show. What's up, Shark Burners? What's up, Chandler? So one game, yeah. Assuming you're talking about Pacers Bucks, I think I saw it's the highest total in NBA history. It was like 300 points or something. What is it actually? It is 258. It's actually come down. I'm guessing a lot of money came in on the under. Holy. Jerry late? Is that even a question, Sharkburner? Of course Jerry's late. Of course Jerry's late. Let me see if that 261 is still out there anywhere. I think I saw 261 and a half at some point today for the Pacers, no? 258 and a half on Bet Rivers. I think it was in the 260s. And I'm guessing a lot of money came in on the under because it was the highest total in NBA regular season history. I think is what. Actually, I heard that from Nigel on Slop's show. On Slop's show. Justice, what's up, man? What's up, guys? Yeah, Jerry's on his way. I think 258 and a half. Yeah, what's up, Izzy? It is 258 and a half pretty much everywhere. It looks like minus 109 if you want to take the under on Bet Rivers. I'm not because I'm just not. It's not really my vibe, but is what it is, I guess. What do you guys? I'm gonna ask Jerry this when he gets here too. We're like basically a quarter of the way through the NBA season. What are you guys' biggest surprises, or what are you happiest with? What let you down the most? Who's cost you the most money? I bet Obi Toppin for 15 points. 2 out of the last 3 games, I think. Didn't hit. Almost lock in. He's gonna get 15 points. Then I'm not betting it. Almost lock that in if you want. Obviously, I've got a couple of Pacers bets. I do have. I've got some straight bets. 3 right now. Might add another one. And I have one lotto in. For 3s. Lotto. It's kind of safe in terms of lottos go. It's like plus 800 or something. Let me look. Got signed out, of course. Log back in. Yes. Base ID. Thank you. Dismiss. Dismiss again. Dismiss again. Dismiss again. Oh my God. I'm logging in again. TJ McConnell, early cash cow. Yeah, especially with I think Nembhard is still out. Nembhard is like week to week, so he's getting the backup point guard minutes. Chaos Saturday. Get out of here with that shit, Frankie. Get out of here. Minus 160, Leon Edwards. I think I'm in. I don't know. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about Leon, but Jerry's here. I can't hear Jerry.
Hello?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. I can hear Jerry now. Pacers fan after the Suns because TJ. Were you a Suns fan before they got Kevin Durant though? Is the real question. Buddy Hield threes, dude. No. I mean maybe because he's Buddy Hield, but Buddy Hield has been brick city from 3. Jerry, what's up? My best friend in the whole wide world. How you doing, buddy?
You're so full of shit.
Same
How
hoodie.
are you?
Jerry, how many hoodies do you own? Over
3.
under 1.5. 3? You really own hoodies?
Oh, I have the fucking Harry Potter one, this one, and then work ones. A bunch of work ones. You want me to wear a work one?
I'm just curious, because I thought that was just like a show thing you
fun
did, but then I saw the the Twitter videos of you talking shit about me, and you were in the same hoodie. So
Yeah, I'm poor. Thanks for telling everybody I'm poor.
see, you're worried. Assume you're talking about Colby Covington. I just real quick on UFC. Not gonna spend a whole lot of time on it, but like I do have a weird vibe about Leon losing Saturday. I tweeted that earlier, but like he's not as good as Kamaru. Like right now, I don't think. Like I think Kamaru could still beat him, and Leon knocked him out the second time, and then the third time they fought, like completely dominated him pretty much. So like Colby, if Kamaru couldn't really take Leon down, I don't think Colby can, and Leon is much better on the feet. So I think I'm gonna be on Leon, maybe at the minus 160 money line. I think I am gonna take Leon by decision though, like plus 160 or something to find the best line. So Jerry, I wanted to try something with you. You don't know like anything about UFC, right?
No, I'm a very, very casual fan.
So you like if I like you probably couldn't really name like 3 of the fighters that are fighting Sunday.
I probably can't name any.
What if I just like told you like three of the fights, and then you told me who you think was gonna win, just like off the top, and then how you think they're gonna win, knockout, decision, or submission? You know,
Fine.
you want to do it, and then we'll just like, will you actually put like $5-10 on it?
Sure.
Let's go, dude. Okay. Let's start with Leon Edwards, Colby Covington. Who do you think's gonna win, and how are they gonna win?
The names alone sounds like it's gonna be a brawl. I don't
Okay.
know if I don't know. It sounds like someone's getting knocked out in the second round.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I've heard of Colby. He has a big fucking mouth, right? I think I see him on social media.
Yeah, he's Donald Trump's favorite fighter.
Yeah, he's gonna get knocked out in the second round.
So knockout in round 2 without a winner is plus 1100. Leon Edwards to win by knockout in round 2 is plus 1800.
I wouldn't pay the odds. Don't. I'd rather just pay someone to get knocked out in the second round.
The 1100 knockout in round 2. I like that. Okay. Let's go Alexander Pantoja, Brandon Royval. This is a 5-round title fight as well. So was the last one, but
this one is gonna go to distance.
okay. Okay.
Say the names again.
Alexander Pantoja, Brandon Royval.
Pantoja's gonna win by points.
Okay. I actually like that. Oh, don't tell me. Okay. Pantoja by points plus 650. Plus 650. We're building an absolute banger here. I think you probably know those names. Let's do it. Vicente Luque, Ian Machado Gary. You want the names again? Fighter 1.
Luque and Gary.
Yes. Vicente Luque, Ian Machado Gary. Ian Machado Gary took his wife's surname. Was Ian Gary. He's now Ian Machado Gary.
He took his wife's surname.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me the other guy by submission.
Chat, Frankie, does Luque have a submission victory? So okay, real quick. Machado Gary is minus 400. Luque is plus 285. I'm highly considering Luque just sprinkling Luque money line at plus 285, or that's the DraftKings, or that's the FanDuel odds. But you want Luque by submission at plus 950, dude. This parlay is $5 to, what's your guess? $5 to win how many?
I would say 5 to win 3,000.
4,700. 4,700. I'm doing it. I'm doing it immediately because I don't think there's a way this misses. So the Ian Machado Gary is like a upcoming, like, quote unquote next Conor McGregor out of Ireland. Has a lot of hype around him. Vicente Luque can absolutely fight, though. There's been a whole lot of drama around Ian Machado Gary. Like, I don't know. Apparently, his wife wrote a book on like how to be a gold digger, basically. So like how to marry a professional athlete and take all their money, and also like apparently like her ex-wife her ex-husband lives with them, which is another weird. There's been a whole lot of drama around Ian Machado Gary. So I that for that reason alone, combined with the fact that Vicente Luque can kind of fight a little bit. Plus 85 for Luque seems a little disrespectful. Plus 900 for Luque by sub, though, what Jerry went with. So real quick, to recap, I actually did just put 5 of my own actual dollars on this. It's $5 to win 4,700. Vicente Luque by submission. Alexander Pantoja by points. And then in the Leon Edwards Colby Covington fight, just the fight to end by a knockout in the second round. So not declaring a winner there, but dude, if this wins, next show we're gonna have minimum 2,000-3,000 viewers. I feel like, so that would be cool if that happens. So let's jump into NBA. You want to? I asked chat this, got some answers. Quarter of the way through the NBA season, basically. What are what surprised you the most? What's disappointed you the most? What are just your general vibes?
So what's disappointed me the most is I have had a tendency to have the right idea for a matchup and watch either the bench guy take advantage of that matchup or the guy playing next to him. It's been so, like yesterday, I'm an idiot. I take fucking D'Angelo Russell threes over Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves ended up getting the matchup, and I knew it was a risk because I knew there was a chance that Austin Reeves could get more minutes than D'Angelo Russell. I just thought, for some stupid reason, D'Angelo Russell would take advantage of that matchup, especially with the veteran just coming off a big tournament win. I thought that he was going to, say, "All right, my turn. Let me do my thing," and it just didn't happen. Austin Reeves went off, had a good game, but shit like that, it's just I think basketball's in a pretty good spot. The only thing that's annoying is obviously these ejections, players acting stupid. A few times I've been real frustrated with foul trouble on guys, especially the other night. Jared Allen had a cupcake matchup for a double double for plus money, and the guy fucking fouls out. I think it was the third quarter or early in the fourth quarter, but he was in foul trouble the entire game. But shit like that, just it's the usual shit. Foul trouble, shit that you wouldn't even care about if you were just watching games and you weren't betting on them. But when you're betting on these players, it's annoying. But other than that, I think I feel like betting is not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just shocked that nobody thought the Pacers were going to be this good. Is basically my biggest complaint, I guess. It's like, duh, of course. They have Tyrese Halliburton and nobody else. Real quick, how many teams is Miles Turner the second best player off the top of your head?
Like the number two guy.
Yeah. I don't think it's more than 5. Truly, I don't think it's more than 5.
He's good at basketball. He's very good at basketball.
He looked like shit against the Lakers, man. He looked so bad. I'm trying to grab a screenshot of this parlay so I can send it to James real quick. It's not coming off my phone. There it is.
Yeah, I bet his threes. I thought his threes were going to be
brick. He looked
not easy
awful.
money, but
he looked awful. Buddy Hield looks completely toast. He looks so bad at basketball. But anyway, let's actually talk about the games. I was going to ask you about when you think Yamamoto of the Yankees was going to get announced. But we don't really have time for that.
Give it up. I'm giving it up.
Philadelphia Sixers. Oh yeah, he might go to the Dodgers, man. He might go to the Dodgers. Okay, let's talk about baseball a little bit, just because we both love baseball so much. Only reason I tolerate you is because how much you love baseball. For the 2024 season, do you think that Shohei Ohtani really moved the needle for like the Dodgers World Series chances?
Yeah. I mean, regardless of him pitching, of course, all right, he's not pitching every day. If they get Yamamoto, they just got a better version of Ohtani to pitch for them, while Ohtani's making $2 million a year. So they basically just nixed that whole thing. But Ohtani himself, his presence in the lineup is going to be ridiculous. He played on the Angels garbage team. Mike Trout was always injured. I mean, you got Rondon on the team, was fucking garbage and always injured. Like it just, yeah, he could only do so much on that team. Now he's going to get protection in the lineup, guys on base in front of him. Who knows what this guy's going to do on this team? They're already a 100-win team. I guess like what you're saying, move the needle because they're already elite, like one of the best teams in baseball.
They may be historically the favorite. If they get Yamamoto, they're the favorite. Yeah, that's like to me. I don't know. I felt like they had on paper the best offensive lineup in the National League probably anyway. So like you add Ohtani, yeah, they're gonna score more runs, but their biggest gap was in the rotation last season. So they did add Glasnow, which I was watching High Heat today on MLB Network. That guy he said that like that was a bad move. He didn't trust Glasnow. It's like that dude's a really solid pitcher. But anyway,
he's made of glass.
Yeah, if they add Glasnow, Yamamoto, and Shohei Ohtani, probably goes down as one of the best off seasons of all time, and they might be minus money to win the World Series. But I don't know. We'll see. They did bring. I guess they Chad. If you're real quick, the Dodgers brought Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, and Freddie Freeman to the meeting with Yamamoto, which is like everybody's kind of saying, yeah, he's going to the Dodgers. But yeah. I don't know. I actually truly still think it's the Yankees. Like I've kind of just felt for the last week or so that I thought their chances of getting Yamamoto were actually higher than Soto before the Soto news really picked up early last week. So we'll see what happens.
I think it's down to the Dodgers, the Mets, and Yankees.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, it sounds like the Red Sox are probably out. I don't know really who else is gonna like. He's probably gonna get a $300 million contract, And like with the way the posting fees go, that means that's a $50 million posting fee. So you have to pay the man $300 million to play for you, and you have to pay the team he's coming from $50 million to come over here. So there's not, the money is not going to be there for 20 plus teams. Like they just can't afford it. So yeah, I agree with you. I think it's either, Cohen throwing all the chips in. It does kind of feel like the Yankees are gonna offer him the most money to me. I don't know why, but feels
It's
like they're
look
not gonna let
he's gonna
him.
get
We'll see.
10 years, 300. It looks like it's gonna be 300 million.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So
300 million. But that means a $50 million posting fee back to his team in Japan. You have to pay
but
him $300
also,
million and $50 million to his team.
if you think about it though, it's not a bad deal because most guys are in arbitration at this point. Really good elite pitchers are in arbitration or being traded. They're not under a real contract yet at 25 years old. Usually you get these elite pitchers when they're like 28,
Yeah,
29. That's when they finally hit the free agent market.
25, man. He's 25.
So you're getting him for elite years that can be for pitchers could be into the 31, 32 years old. Then you got to pay for the back end of the downfall, which is inevitable, unless you're like Scherzer or Verlander who pitch well into their late 30s. But I think it's going to be a great deal, especially these guys coming from Japan are so disciplined with their regimen, their workouts. They take baseball very serious.
I wasn't really listening because I was laughing at Izzy's chat. Freddie is the guy to persuade him. The good luck, my friend. Freddie didn't even want to be a Dodger. I was kind of rushing to get into the NBA games, but I feel like there are 9 games, but I feel like there's going to be several blowouts. I think somebody mentioned that in the chat, so I think we're okay to stick around for a minute. I had another MLB point I wanted to go to real quick. Shit, I completely forgot. Frankie says he subbed out Woodley and Chester. That wasn't very recent though, right? Like it's not too crazy. Wizards, he's number 1, assuming you talk about Miles Turner. Is Miles Turner better than I feel like I have either positive or negative bias depending on the last couple weeks of Miles Turner's performance. Jared, do you think Kyle Kuzma is better than Miles Turner?
No.
Okay, on the Lakers right now, if you could have either, I guess in a vacuum because you have Anthony Davis, you'd probably want Kuzma, I guess. But if you were starting a team over to try to win a championship next year, would you take Turner over Kuzma?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Is that a serious question?
I'm not sure I would. I'm actually not sure I
Why?
would. But again, it's
Give me a reason why.
well, mostly it's because I think Miles Turner against like league average bigs and lower, I think he can dominate. But like, look at his game logs against Joel Embiid. It's awful. Look at his game logs. Like you saw Anthony Davis. Like, and I'm a Miles Turner fan. I don't want Pacers fans to take this the wrong way. Like, I don't know.
You
Like,
know why? You know
I'm
why I don't care?
after that game Saturday. I'm all the way out of Miles Turner right now because he looked like he did not know what a basketball was.
If we're talking hypothetical, but
Yeah,
let's say Miles Turner to the Lakers for some stupid reason. You know how I would be ecstatic to see Anthony Davis go back to the 4. You
really.
imagine him and Anthony Davis, and if you know what, if the matchup is a real liability, you can switch them defensively.
Yeah, I mean, we tried that here. I actually hate when people do that, but Pacers tried that here with Domas and Miles. Obviously, Domas is not Anthony Davis. It just didn't work. I think Miles might be better suited for the 4 than AD, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, you
Anthony
have
Davis got to move to the
two
4
four
at
and a
some
halves.
point.
You think so?
He's got
He is due. He against
He's
yeah.
great. He's great right now, but he's fucking getting banged up playing the 5 every day.
Turner stinks. I don't think Turner stinks. He is dookie against elite players. Yeah, that's my thought, right? So like in a matchup against, I mean against the Bucks tonight, he might have a great game because defensively, it's Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis. He's probably going to look pretty good tonight. I'm not betting on him personally, but like against the the top 3, top 5 centers, even in the Eastern Conference, like. He either can't stay on the court because of foul trouble, or he goes 1 for 9 from 3. Do not remember when Davis. Yeah, like yeah, whatever. Okay, we've talked a lot about this. Sixers, Pistons. This is I circled this as a potential huge blowout. You said last week, I think, that Joel Embiid could have 40 at halftime against some team that they were going to blow out. They did blow them
The
out, I
Wizards.
think. The Wizards. Similar situation for me here. I'm staying away from this game. Like I've been betting on Cade Cunningham a lot. He's just been so inconsistent. Joel Embiid, when I mean, there's not very many players in the NBA better than Joel Embiid. That's what I'll say. Wizards are potentially without Daniel Gafford again. Or wait, shit. Sorry. Disregard
Wrong
that.
game.
I don't know. This game sucks. I'm not betting on it. Are you?
So, in good old fashioned me, I spent way too long looking at this game.
Sure. The first game of the slate. You always spend too long on it. Look at that
And
fancy graphic there. Nice job, James.
Good job, James. So the whole time I'm staring at Tobias Harris, and like he has a good matchup on paper for this game. Is low volume guy, but he has these bit. He's good for 15 points, probably like 3 games. He's one of those kind of guys. He's actually averaging like 17 points a game this season, I think.
Wait, who are you talking about? Sorry,
I was talking about Tobias Harris.
Okay.
But I just really couldn't get in on it. I mean, his line is 15. I thought it was a good line for him. But what I was looking at was when is Kelly Oubre going to start getting more minutes? Nick Nurse just said he likes the way he looks. He looks like he's in shape. Give the guy more minutes. And if you look a little deeper on this, when they played the Pistons earlier in the season, what really saved that game, because the Pistons looked good in that game, Cade Cunningham looked great, was putting Kelly Oubre on Cade Cunningham, and he gave him extended run, and Kelly Oubre kind of put the clamps on him. So that's got to be in Nick Nurse's mind. He's played what, 4 games back, 3 games back now. It's time to boost his minutes up. If Cade gets off to a hot start here, we may see Oubre get extended run. So I looked at 15 points for him. And if you go back to last season, 2 out of 3 games, he kind of toasted them. I think he had like 27 points in both games or something like that. So I don't know. 15 points for Kelly Oubre. If he does get that extended run, like I hope he does, is
Jerry froze. It's okay. He'll probably be back. Yeah, I mean, I think I like that too. It's really hard to say how many minutes he's going to play.
+2.
Jerry, if you can hear me, buddy, you might have to leave and come back. Are you back? Hello?
Am I back?
You're back, I think. +2 what?
I think it went down to +250, but it was +270.
Okay, I like that. What was it? Yeah, Kelly Oubre got hit by a car, which is kind of just unprecedented, like what the return time is. 3 games back, he's played 20 minutes against the Wizards, 24 against the Hawks, 18 against the Wizards again. I mean, honestly, against those 3 teams, you would think the Sixers wouldn't need a whole lot more than, Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey to beat, especially the Wizards twice. He has played 30 or more minutes. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4 times this season, and has gone over 15 all 4 of them. I think 30 minutes might be a little bit of a stretch for him.
Probably his max, if anything.
It looks like he hasn't had 15 or more when he's played less than 30. It would be my only concern there. But like who's going to guard him anyway? You know what I mean? And
yeah,
if it's a blowout in the fourth quarter, maybe they're thinking, oh, let's see how his cardio is. Let's see how he looks. Probably not what they're thinking, but yeah, at the odds, I think I like that. You played it straight, or you played it in a lottery?
What do you think?
The second one. Some guy on Twitter said he needed to be hit by a car. Jeez, that guy probably feels great about his life.
He said that, and then he did get hit by a car. You got to feel like shit.
Or you go and buy a lottery ticket immediately.
You feel powerful.
Like literally, you go to the gas station. I have a gas station across the street. I would walk over, buy one on the spot. Pelicans Wizards. I no Daniel Gafford, no Zion. I had Herb Jones points in my bet slip all day. I haven't done it yet, and the game starts in 30 minutes. Is that what you like as well?
So, yeah, I was gonna talk about it a little bit. I actually did something a little different. So, I liked Ingram's assist today, and I fucking hate that I saw it on Twitter about 5, 6 different times already. And it's like one of those things. First of all, I'm an only child, right? So when I find something that I like, I want to be the only one to show it off. I want the attention. I'm selfish. So now everybody's on it. And that could be a mush thing. I don't know. Anyways, the Wizards just this season alone are getting torched by shooting guards, giving a lot of assists to shooting guards all season long. So it's a really good matchup on paper. Obviously, Ingram can dish it well, but seeing everybody on it, and then when Zion went down, was officially ruled out, which he was kind of expected to miss the game, but his line actually went up to 6.5, which kind of pissed me off. So now I got a juice line in my bet slip. It went from minus 130 to minus 160. So I said, I don't want to go any further than that personally. So I was like, how can I get this up to plus money? And what I did was I liked the matchup for Herb Jones tonight. I put 10 points for Herb Jones. I did like 15, but I put 10 points for Herb Jones, 6 assists for Ingram, and I actually got even money for that. So that's what I ended up doing with that. It's in the lotto.
I like that, and so I was doing something similar, but still with just Herb. I took I didn't actually bet it yet. I still might. I don't know. I'm back and forth. It was like minus 160. I do have some straights today that I haven't really been doing a whole lot of. But I was gonna take Herb for like 10 points and 4 rebounds for like half a unit at minus 160, and then go like 12 points, 5 rebounds. So it was gonna be in the plus 300s because I do like Herb a lot tonight, and honestly, like even without Zion, the Wizards aren't good. This should still be a good game. If anything, I think it probably means more minutes for Herb Jones. I don't think the Wizards are going to blow out the Pelicans even without Zion. I certainly don't think the Pelicans are going to blow out the Wizards without Zion. Uh, the volume's been trending way up for Herb. I was looking real quick at let me do this live with you. Brandon Ingram without Zion Williamson on the court, 9.5 assists per 100 possessions. Let me put Zion back on. 9.5 without Zion, and that dang, that drops to 6.3 with Zion on. So it's like a 33% increase in assists per 100 possessions for Brandon. And granted, he doesn't play a ton of minutes without him. They're both in the starting lineup, similar rotations. He has played 382 minutes with Zion. What was it without? Real quick, just let me check one more. 382 minutes on the court with Zion Williams. That drops to 330. So it's actually a pretty solid sample size. I still don't. You said it was 7.5.
His line went up to 6.5.
6.5. I might like 6.5, man. I know everybody's on it though.
It's probably going to go over that. He may go for 8 tonight, but just because I did the parlay. I put the parlay together, and just looking at the chance that I'm taking with Oubre, I kind of don't want to take a lot of big chances going forward, like on the ticket.
Makes sense. I like. So you took Herb for 10, and then Ingram 6 assists.
Yeah, and they correlate great.
Yeah, I think I might take that with you. What's up, Book of Chew? I haven't seen you on Trent stream at all. I'll be back. I honestly, you said that, and I was like, holy shit, I completely forgot Trent does a show every day that I could just go on whenever I want. But that's a good point. Maybe I'll jump on there. Because it has been a minute. You know what? I sent Trent a DM on Twitter, and he ignored me. Pissed me off. That's why. No, it's not.
He gets 1,000 DMs every day. I know.
Bro. He gets 1,000 DMs every hour. People talking shit, like not understanding.
Everybody busts his chops. You know?
Yeah. I don't even read my DMs on Twitter, to be honest. So, except for Izzy, I read Izzy's DMs. Pistons will start Cunningham, Hayes, Bogdanovich, Thompson. Hornets will start Rozier, Miller, Hayward, Bridges. No surprises there. Tari Eason is in. I was looking at his threes actually. All right. Next game is the Hornets and the Heat. Hornets and the Heat. I really wanted to do something with Jimmy Butler because I talked last week about his just his home road splits, how much different of a player he is against or when he's playing in Miami. The 5.5 rebounds number was just like, man, why is it 5.5? If it was going to be like 4.5 rebounds, like 22.5 points, I was going to SGP those for plus 250 or whatever. But I just didn't like the numbers there, especially since the Hornets suck. No LaMelo still, right? I saw somewhere LaMelo might be back, but yeah, no LaMelo. I mean, honestly, at home, the Heat in general are a different team. They're scoring like 15 more points at home than on the road. This has blowout written all over it to me, and I stayed completely away.
Well, they're playing each other 2 games in a row. They just played each other.
That too.
And take one guess if you had to look at the starting lineups for who I bet on. It hit, by the way. You should know me well enough to know who I bet and what I bet them for in this game.
You took the shooting guard against the Heat. So depending on how you look at it, you take Brandon Miller or Terry Rozier threes.
I took Brandon Miller threes.
Okay.
Uh,
Maybe is
yeah,
it Terry night tonight?
you know me at this point. Terry had a good game last time too. Hold on.
I have a
I don't want.
very, very small NBA banned list. Terry Rozier is on it.
Yeah, no,
I just don't bet on him. I just don't bet on him.
You know what you got to do? You have to. I haven't really looked at it this season, but last season he was a cash cow plus money for 6 assists, playing next to LaMelo for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
And no one. It's not. It's one of those things where you just kind of ignore it because it's like, all right, LaMelo Ball assists. LaMelo got 12 assists. Rozier was still good for 6 assists every game. It was actually a crazy run. Yeah, but I really don't have interest in Rozier just because of the fact that he is hot, so hot and cold as a player.
Yes.
And when he misses
Bane
those
is
first few
out.
shots,
What?
Dame is out.
Desmond Bane. I bet on him.
Oh, I was like, Dame just promised fucking a group of kids that he was going to drop 30 tonight.
Desmond Bane is out, which means I'm probably back in on Herb Jones. That was my 4th pick. I played Desmond Bane threes, which is going to void now. Sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
Anyway, so Brandon Miller is going to play the 2 guard tonight. He actually hit 3 threes in the last 3 games, and obviously the last matchup versus the Heat, I took him for 3 threes. He hit 2 in the first half, and I gotta stop getting like cocky in my own head because like you see 2 threes in the first half, you're like he's gonna fucking hit one in the second half.
Nope.
He only hit one. He only hit one in the second half. He made it a little bit of a sweat, but he went 3 for 8. The volume, seeing 8 threes from him is a good sign. And he gets the same matchup again. So you're looking at maybe 7, 8 threes, depending on foul trouble or any kind of anything else. And I don't want to put it out there like negative energy, but he should get the volume there. He should hit 3 threes. I just like that it's plus money too. Again.
Killian Hayes, 15 points. Justice, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he's good at basketball. He could very well score 15 points tonight. I don't think he's very good at playing basketball, and therefore I'm not going to bet on him. Herb Jones over points and rebounds add to. Maybe I'll just take Herb for like 15 points, 6 rebounds, or 15 points, something like that, and get probably close to plus 350 or somewhere in there. I think I'm going to be back in on Herb with Bane out because I just I lost a bet there. No matter night. Yeah, I can't wait to parlay home runs with NBA player points. But it's a very small window of time we get to do that, basically, right? Well, I guess it's like April, May, and then we get into playoffs. But yeah, I can't wait to go on the Thunderdome with Slop, take a home run bet, a UFC bet, and an NBA bet, and full. Actually, what's funny? That's like 4 times I've been on the Thunderdome. Literally haven't won a bet. MLB season, I think I won Thunderdome like several times. Have not won a single bet on the Thunderdome, like potentially since the MLB ended. So yeah, I agree. He's pretty bad. I'm probably Herb with TJ. That's not a bad idea. Parlaying Herb with TJ McConnell something, because I have a weird feeling the Pacers might get blown out tonight. And I think it might be a lot of second unit minutes, especially in the 4th quarter. And I really like Herb tonight, but something like TJ McConnell, like 6 assists or something, and Herb Jones 15 points is probably wild. PJ Washington plus 700 for 20 points. Where's Brittany Renner? She done anything crazy on Twitter recently? That would be my question. If it's a yes, actually, I haven't figured out how Brittany Renner impacts PJ Washington's points, but it definitely does. It's either good or bad when she does something crazy on Twitter. I don't know which one. Primetime betting in NHL NBA playoffs. Yeah. Okay, let's keep moving. Atlanta Hawks, Toronto Raptors. I do have a bet on this game. Would you like me to go first? Yeah, you go first because you're mad at me already.
No, you go first.
I am taking Scotty Barnes threes. I do have this in a straight bet. I don't have him on a ticket, actually. Sorry. But I played Scotty Barnes for 2 threes and for 3 threes. So when I bet it, oh my God, I just scrolled way too high up. When I bet it, it was minus 152 on Bet Rivers for 2, and then plus 215 for 3 threes. Like, it just kinda seems like a disrespectful line to me. It's been a pretty consistent bet, at least for Scotty to make 2. Um, and when he makes 2 pretty much this season, he makes 3. I don't there's no real science behind that or numbers or anything, but, um, he's attempting 37% more threes in the last 3 games than a season average, and again, I feel like I've talked about on this show how he's just been a consistent 2 and or 3 threes a night guy. Hawks are kinda middle of the road in allowing threes to forwards, but I can't understand, I can't understand the line. I can't understand why we're getting +2, what I get, +215 for 3 threes when he's hit it, like 4 of the last 6. He scores more on the road too, which is interesting. Um, Hawks really get up and down the floor, 107.8 offensive possessions per game, which is second most in basketball. It's going to be a couple more shots. This was the second highest total of the night, 241.5. And yeah, they'll be competitive. So I'm on Scotty Barnes, 2 threes and 3 threes. Sorry, go ahead.
So that correlates with my play because obviously the Hawks aren't good at defense. A lot of possessions, not good defense. Some plus matchups tonight. I looked at Siakam assists, so this could correlate well. 6 assists was plus money. They give up a ton of assists to his position, a ton of assists to his position. Siakam's also good for like 2 triple doubles every season. He hasn't
That's
got
true.
one yet.
That's true.
So I just got a feeling that this is going to be Siakam's first triple double of the season. I think he's going to have a really big game passing the ball, especially when you have plus matchups all around you. Um, and like I said, they're just giving up a lot of assists to his position, and he's hit this. You can't really look too past because you look at the last season, the matchups. He's hit 6 assists in like every game. But I'm not crazy about looking at past matchups, especially when they're the season before, unless the lineups are exactly the same. And the Hawks are dealing with a lot of injuries too. Hunter's out.
Yeah. So Trey, I was just looking to see if we had Hawks lineup yet. It looks like we don't. Trey Young and DeAndre Hunter did participate in shoot around because
I
I
think
was
Hunter got
looking
ruled out.
hard that what's that?
I thought Hunter got ruled out.
Hunter might have. I know. The last thing I saw was he participated in shoot around. Let me look real quick. Uh, okay. Yeah, it looks like you're right. Hunter is out. Oh, it does look like Trey Young is no longer listed as game time. So Trey Young, DeJounte Murray, Wesley. Wait, no. Was it? Yeah, Wesley Matthews, Sadiq Bey, Clint Capella. I did. I almost bet on Sadiq Bey points just because the volume's been up. For whatever reason, I'm just a fan of Sadiq Bey. I feel like he's an underrated player in the NBA, and I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb for that, but I feel like he's a solid player. And when it seems like when there's somebody missing out of that starting lineup, he does. He gets more shots and he tends to make them. So, but I didn't. I just have the Scotty Barnes threes
He's plus
plus 30.
3,700
Yeah,
for a triple double. That's not bad. I wish it would be better, especially the fact that you got to pick his triple doubles right twice in the season.
Bobby, that's my line. First of all, come in here talking that shit. Every time I catch it, I don't make it every day, but Slop does a show like early afternoon at like every day. And I try to go in there as much as I can and just say this show stinks at least. I did. Today I noticed his ringer was on, and I called him midstream or mid show, and he got pissed. He actually got a little pissed at me. I think.
Did he?
I'm definitely gonna do that again if I hear his ringer on tomorrow. Um,
He's
and then I'm
such
gonna
a.
text you and have you call him. Do you have Slop's number? I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Okay. I'll also sell Slop's number publicly for I don't know $5,000, um, something like that. Memphis Grizzlies, Houston Rockets. I did bet on Desmond Bane to make 4 and 5 threes, but he ain't playing. So I guess I'm probably out. I hate Jalen Green. I thought about Fred Van Vliet threes. Also weirdly thought about Dylan Brooks points/threes, but I'm probably just out in this game.
All right, I'm so glad you said that because you're doing the thing where you mentioned the guy. I thought
Mhm.
about his three, but I'm out, and you
Mhm.
know it's gonna hit. And I'm glad you did that because I took Fred Van Vliet for 4 threes tonight.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm actually in. I'm in.
fuck,
No,
fuck.
I'm telling you though. I'm telling you though. It's not my bet. It's yours.
Fuck.
Gun to your
Fred
head. Do
Van
you
Van
like Herb
Vliet.
Jones points or Fred threes more? I need one more straight bet.
I God. I mean, I would take Fred Van Vliet threes
Okay.
over Herb Jones points, but not by much. I'd love them equally. Um, Fred VanVleet's volume's back up for 3-pointers. I don't know if you saw it lately. I think he's hit 4 threes in 3 of the last 4 games. And the Grizzlies are getting torched by opposing point guards from 3. And in fact, they actually played each other early in the season, and Fred hit 4 threes versus them. And you're getting plus money. I think it was plus 125 for tonight. I was actually hoping it'll be a little better because Fred VanVleet, man, he's a headache sometimes. You don't know if he's
He's
going to
up and
score
down.
10 points with 14 assists, or you don't know if he's going to go for like 20, 25 with 3 or 4 threes. He's a tough nut to crack. But this matchup, if he doesn't shoot at least 8 threes tonight, I'm gonna say what the fuck. So I think he gets 4 threes tonight, and that's actually the last last bet on that lotto. So James, if you want to throw it on the screen, I'm pretty sure that's the last bet on a lotto.
While he's doing that, Dwayne Moody said I was watching the show and Eli called. That was hilarious. Fun fact: during one of the Ryan versus Brian shows this summer, I was able to get both of them, I think, with their ringers on like multiple times in the same show, and they were pissed. Go ahead with your lotto.
I have never. I don't think legitimately. I don't think I put the ringer on my phone in the
Never.
last 3 phones that I've owned. I had never heard the ring go. I don't even know what the ringtone is for my phone. I literally have no idea.
When I before I go to sleep, I will turn my iPhone on sleep mode and turn the ringer on because the only text message rings I will get is from my wife, which it could be like, "Hey, I need help with the kid." So that's I turn my ringer on like every night, but during the day, never. Yeah, but Saab is also like minimum. Like you're 45, he's got to be at least 60. You know.
Fuck you, pal. All right. Jerry's in a great mood. That 80-year-old lady left him with a hard on.
You are in a weirdly good mood tonight. I'll say that.
First of all, that 80-year-old. First of all, the 80-year-old woman that said she wanted me to take me home was in a dialysis center today, so that was interesting. But no, that's not why I'm in a good mood.
I don't
told
have a response.
myself
I was
today.
thinking a response to that. I don't have one, so I will just let you continue.
I said today because first of all, I'm in a parlay hell the last like week. Bad. Like it's like it's not even I'm not getting excited. My blood isn't even pumping. Like the parlays, even a plus 1,000, you're like, oh, this could hit. I got a lot of legs. The last week has been miserable. It happens. It's fucking parlay betting. But I've been like fucking real negative lately. Like I've been in a pissed off mood a lot. And I know I get in pissed off moods a lot, but I've just been in a very negative mood. The Dolphins, I don't know want to talk about that. Why'd I bring it up? Anyways, I woke up today and I said, you know what? My best days are when I wake up and I say everything is going to be wonderful today. Everything's going to be great today. Even if something bad, it's all right. Things will get better. And you know what? I said I'm going to be in a good mood all day and it's carrying over to the night. Maybe I'll hit something tonight.
I love that. Let's move on. Pacers, Bucks. Earlier, so it was the total in this game was like 261.5, which Nigel said on Slop Show that was the highest total in NBA history for good reason. Both these teams get up on the court. Neither team plays defense this year, at least. Really weird. Like last year, the Bucks were pretty solid defensively, and you take Drew Holiday out of that lineup, and then they're just trash. They can't guard anybody. And people said he was like an overrated defender early season. I don't know. He can play
so people are looking on Drew Holiday. The thing about it's basketball, it's a professional sport. There's a lot more to just straight up stats. And I know we like stats. We're both
100%.
stat nerds. What Drew Holiday does as a basically a general on the floor, the call outs, the switches, the in the group huddle, just talking about the plays, the intelligence, it is off the charts. He makes everybody around him better. His just IQ of the game. Just because he may get torched a few times in the game, or he may give up some threes, what he does with especially communication wise on the floor just makes everybody better. So that's what they're missing.
And I think we're seeing that the Celtics team, who last year they were a solid defensive team. This year I think they truly might go down as one of the better defensive teams in recent NBA history. And they had a Porzingis too, but Horford started for them most of the year last year, right? Or no, it was a Time Lord. I forget his name. Yeah.
Rob Williams and Horford played together a lot too. But
and then
Rob Williams,
Williams probably a better defender than Kristaps, right?
Kristaps,
it's at least close. It's at least close.
Put some big games together defensively. It's hit or miss with him, but there's some games where you're like, this guy looks like one of the best defenders in the league.
I think the big defensive change in that lineup was Drew, though. But yeah, So anyway, I'll go first in this one. I'll shut up and talk more, I guess, is what I was saying there. I'm taking Benedict Mathurin. I took over 13.5 points at -135 on ESPN, and I took 20 plus points at plus 340 on FanDuel. So I did 0.6 and 0.2. I like to kind of stay under a unit when I can get plus money like that in the line I like. He was in the starting lineup to start the season. Didn't look great. Moved back to the bench, getting to play against a lot of second units, looking a lot better. Last few games, especially in Vegas, it was like he was when Miles Turner wasn't hitting threes, he would look like the only guy on the Pacer, not named Tyrese Halliburton, that could like score the basketball. He's kind of there's a big hole in that Pacers offense that was honestly, all cards on the table. It was exposed by the Lakers Saturday night. They need somebody to score the basketball alongside Tyrese. I think Mathurin could be that guy by the end of the season. Played the Bucks 5 times in his career. He's had 20 plus points in 3 out of the 5. The only 2 he's missed were the only 2 games that he did not play 30 minutes or more. He played 30 minutes or more in the last 2 games, and he'd only done that 3 times in the last this whole season. So I think Carlisle's kind of picking up that he needs to play more minutes. He needs to shoot the ball more. So I like I love the 13.5. I really love the 13.5 at -135 ESPN. And honestly, for plus 340 for 20 points, I think that's a really good number as well. What do you think?
He wasn't even remotely on my radar. You just convinced me. I mean, I wasn't thinking about him because
Okay.
I took a stupid play without stats in this game. It's the only
Don't tell me
game
it's
that I
Buddy Hield.
looked at. No, no, no.
Okay, thank God.
I don't bet on Buddy Hield anymore. It's another guy I probably shouldn't bet for a long time. His name is Dame Lillard. Used to be really good at basketball. This year, he's just trying to find his way in the team. I feel bad for him a little bit because I know he's still got that in him, but he didn't fall off a cliff. He was still having some big games last season too. I'm going off this strictly off a narrative. He's bringing a bunch of kids to this game tonight, like a bunch of one of those sponsored things, and one of the kids actually, you gonna have a big game for us or something like that? And he goes, yeah, you know it. And they're like, you gonna get a 30 ball? He's
That
like,
kid
yeah.
100% is signed into his dad's FanDuel account on his phone now, right now. You just bet it. Maybe
It's
that
so
kid should go to
stupid.
jail. If you think about it.
First of all, if a player's saying that he's gonna go for it, he has these kids in the stands. I don't give a shit about the matchups. He's gonna probably take 100 shots. The game's gonna be high paced. So it's not honestly on paper. It's not really an ideal matchup for him from threes. I wouldn't touch his threes versus the Pacers because they don't give up a lot of them. They're really good at knocking guys off. But I think he's gonna have a pretty big game here. So I wish the 30 points was higher. I think it's plus 115. It's kind of
Damn,
gross.
really?
I know it's kind of gross, but they're expecting a lot of points in this game. So there's gonna be shots for everybody.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Shark Burners revenge game tonight too for Tyrese saying Dame time or whatever. Did you see that in Vegas? How he did
I
he did
read
the Dame
somewhere.
time
I forgot about it.
celebration?
Yeah.
I might be in for 40. I might be in
Ooh.
for 40. That's a great point by you, Shark Burners. Holy.
Do you remember the last time someone fucked with him about the Dame time shit? It
No.
was years ago in the playoffs. Dennis Schroeder was fucking with him with the Dame time shit, and then literally destroyed him every time you saw him for like 4 or 5 matchups. Just hated the
Yeah, I
guy's
think about
guts.
it. What's the max FanDuel has right now?
He's got to be 40, but it's probably like plus 700, 600.
You want to do it?
I'm down. What about
I wanna do it.
Mathurin 20, Dame 40?
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing that immediately. We're doing that right now. 290. Wait, what is okay? Hang on. Let's dial it back. 35. So both of them for 35 is plus 1200. That's not enough. Wait, there's a 45. Oh, it's only Giannis for 45. It's plus 700 on the nose. Plus 2860 for Dame 40, Mathurin 20. And yeah, just got 10 of my dollars to win 286. I'm in.
Oh, that's a fun one. 2 legs.
Two legs to win. Yeah.
It's not bad at all. When we do these little parlays together, we're always like we haven't hit one yet, but every time we do it, we're barely off. 1 rebound or those crazy 2-leggers we put together.
This one, I don't see how this one could possibly miss.
Stop. Don't say that.
James just went in the chat, buddy, and I gotta post it in my channel, or else I might get fired. At notify dash shit dash. While I'm doing this, posting that in obviously the GoldBoys Discord, goldboys.com to sign up. My bets are there. Also, best gamblers in the world. JD, I'm not kidding you. I've said this publicly, said it privately. Ryan Props is the best gambler I've ever seen, and it's worth $50 a month for Ryan Props bets. That's what I'll say publicly. So yeah, just go sign up.
Who do you like better, Ryan or Brian?
Ryan. Brian sucks. I love Brian. I'm just kidding. Brian's the best gambler I've ever seen. No offense to Brian. I like Brian. Brian puts a lot of time in. Brian does a lot of like the nerdy shit behind the scenes with like Python and stuff like I do too. But Ryan's just, the best gambler I've ever seen. Not kidding. In terms of straight bets, obviously JD has won. I don't know. That guy's probably won millions of dollars at this point just off FanDuel. But Ryan Props and straight bets, I've never seen anybody better.
Are you done?
I think so. Lakers Spurs. You betting it? I'm not.
This is the one game I just didn't want to touch. I'm not really enthused to touch the Lakers, period. For a little while. I just feel, I don't know, dude. I feel like there's a little bit of a hangover going to be from that tournament when that was like, they celebrated really hard. They worked hard for it. Those vets played a lot of minutes. I'm just going to stay away.
Okay. I was checking something real quick. Andre said Tyrese has like 200 people in the stands tonight. I forgot he's from the Wisconsin area, I think. On the road versus the Bucks, he's got 27, 17, 24, 23. The 24 and 23 were with the Kings, so it doesn't really match up. And he's kind of a different player than he has been this year. That's a good point, though. That's a good point. So yeah, neither one of us betting this game. I don't even really have notes on this. Keldon Johnson is the guy that was kind of sticking out to me, points/threes, but I'm just out. Nets Suns. Do we have a lineup here? I thought I saw somewhere that it might be the kind of the debut for the big three in Phoenix. Durant is game time. I thought I saw it. It seems like he's gonna play, in which case I have no idea what to expect out of this lineup. But I did have Cam Thomas under 20.5 in my bet slips several times today. I didn't end up putting any money on it, but this kind of feels like a game where a lot of people think Cam Thomas should go off for some reason, and then he just lets it feels like a big Cam Thomas lets down Twitter game to me, and I almost bet the under.
People still bet Cam Thomas?
I've done it once this year, and I lost.
I did it once for the first time of the year, like last week. And he had a cupcake matchup, and then apparently so did all of gambling Twitter. It was the big day that Cam Thomas was all over Twitter and people cursing him out because he had a great matchup. So obviously any handicapper or whatever you want to call these fucking people on Twitter with half a brain that are looking up stats are going to see that he had the best matchup. And I think he put up 7 points or something, right? Something ridiculous. It was he had a horrendous night. He's at some point he's going to have a big game. He's going to have a really big game. I don't know. That's gambling in its whole right there. You're literally gambling on this guy to just do anything. So maybe this is the night when everybody's off him now. Everybody's done with him.
Does Devin Booker get like 14 assists tonight with Beal and Durant next to him?
I mean, Kevin Durant assists is one of my favorite props this season. So
Devin Booker,
yeah. Devin Booker's assist is one of my favorite props this season. Just because of the value. And there's going to be games like I always talk about it. There's going to be some games where he has 5 or 6 assists.
It's Kevin Durant bobblehead night, according to Justice Dodd. You better not be lying.
Jesus. They sell bobbleheads at basketball games?
Do we have to do Devin Booker 10 assists and Durant for 40?
How much is Kevin Durant to hit a home run?
I'm going to cry. I actually might cry. I miss baseball so much. I hate you.
It's bobblehead night. He's gonna hit a home run. Does that matter? Is that a thing in basketball? Like, I don't think
it's not really a thing in baseball. Let's be honest. It just happens.
Listen, if there's anything I don't want to judge people from what you see online. I have a decent idea of Kevin Durant's personality, and his personality to me, I think he doesn't give a fuck about anything.
It's
He don't
true.
care about like he said it many times. I don't care about your parlays. I don't care about this. Doesn't care about
Winning.
overachieving. He's just really good at basketball,
Yeah.
and he just plays the game every night. I don't feel like if he has like a merch given out that day that he's just gonna say, nah, I'm gonna go for like 40 tonight. Guy
True.
doesn't
True.
give a fuck. He doesn't even ash his own legs. We saw what his legs look like. He doesn't care.
Are you betting this game or no? Mikal Bridges'
Mm,
revenge game, as pointed out in chat.
he's Bridges gonna take a lot of shots. Is he gonna hit them?
That's kind
Like,
of my thought. Yeah. So I
yeah.
mean, I had Cam Thomas under, and I had Mikal Bridges for either points or threes, and I just didn't pull the trigger. Again, I'm excited to watch this Suns team at full strength, assuming we get them at full strength. But I don't know. It's hard for me to pin anything down. So is that it? Last game? We got one more. Oh, somebody mentioned Dame and Tyrese both for 35. I feel like the number's probably not as high as I would want it for that, but
They're probably
yeah,
gonna be like plus 300 each for 35.
yeah,
It's like a home run parlay.
yeah. So when you Dame Tyrese 35, then Kevin Durant 35 might be interesting. That kind of has home run lotto vibes.
I'm
Might
not
be into
betting
that.
Kevin Durant based off
Okay.
of
Yep.
merchandise.
You're right. You're right. Knicks Jazz. I'm out. I'm gonna be honest. No Mitchell Robinson out 8 to 10 weeks, which sucks for them. Quentin Grimes got moved to the bench and looks pretty good. I might end up betting on Grimes. I haven't seen a line yet. Every time I
What do you
bet
had
on
four?
Hartenstein when he's starting, he sucks. What's that? Go ahead.
What do you had 4 or 5 threes last game off the bench?
Yeah, something like that. And it seems like with that second unit, he's able to be a bigger part of the offense and is getting more shots, and he's hitting at a higher rate too off the bench. So I think there was some drama about him getting moved, but
He made like a public. He said something
yeah,
publicly about.
yeah. But it's like
No, he
you know,
said what his quote was. He goes, "I feel like if I miss, was it him? I
yeah,
said I
yeah.
feel like
If
if
I
I miss
miss a
one
shot, I'm
shot,
out for the rest of the game. Yeah.
I'm going to the bench. I'm gonna
Hey,
lose my
he
minute."
ain't missing. He ain't missing very many recently. So that's the only thing that kind of stuck out to me here was something for Grimes. But the Jazz are kind of starting the terrible process of trying to rebuild in a small market. So hats off to Jazz fans. I think it's gonna be rough for a little bit, which is kind of weird because they were fun last year. Hopefully that's not what happens to Pacers next year. I'd cry my eyes out every single night. But and yeah, Knicks are the Knicks, I guess. So I might bet on Grimes, threes just for something fun. Depends on how much bourbon I have between now and then.
Um, I'm gonna end up doing something for this game. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm gonna end up putting something in for this game.
All right. Well, you'll probably tell
Probably
me
gonna
on
be
Twitter.
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
What is
Every
Julius
time,
look? What is Julius Randle's? Is he like Jimmy Butler? What is his home road thing? Does he have one of those?
well, everybody has one of those. Just how big is it?
No,
Let
like
me look
is there
for
a
you.
big discrepancy?
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't jump out at me. I didn't look at this game a whole lot though. New York Knicks, NYK. Wait. So he averages not really 22.2 at home, 21.75 on the road. So it's a 0.45 more points at home.
Guys get torched by power forwards. Julius Randle looks pretty good lately.
On paper, the Knicks should win by 20. Is my only concern here. Like the Jazz are just bad. They're bad right now. But yeah, the Knicks tend to play down to performance or to level of competition.
Hear
Yeah,
me
you
out.
could talk me into it. No, yeah, absolutely, you can talk me to it. Go ahead.
But let me see what the odds are. One
Do the
crazy.
Pistons take one of these games against the Sixers? Can I completely interrupt you and talk about something completely different? I tweeted
Yeah.
this out. You might have saw it. I don't know if you follow me on Twitter or not, Jerry, but Ryan tweeted out that the last time the Sixers won, the Rangers were up like one or two games to nothing in the World Series. Pitchers and catchers report for MLB like February 13th. How many games do you think the Pistons are going to win during the MLB offseason, like the end of the World Series? to start, the official start of spring training when pitchers catch a report. If I give you a line of like 1.5, 2.5, they haven't won.
Wow.
Is that why in like February 13th is not that? I mean, I guess it's like what, 2 months, but it's not that far away.
You know what's annoying about the Pistons? And now I was completely shocked that the Pistons came out strong and everybody was calling me a casual because they're like, "Oh, the Pistons are going to be good this year."
They looked
All
good
right,
early.
that's
I
fine.
was on that same train, man. I was with you on that same train. Go ahead.
I was shocked, but they've always been a gritty team though. Like they've always been like the hard nose, the tough, try to be tough in the paint, very physical. That's been their mo for years. So they started out good, and I was like, you know what, fine. I'll give them credit. They have fucking sucked since then, but they are gonna be an annoying team, and I guarantee you this is gonna happen at some point. They're gonna play one of the best teams in the league, and they're gonna fucking beat them on a random Thursday night and ruin everybody's parlays. It's gonna happen. They're the team that always does this.
And they're gonna do it with Cade Cunningham going under on everything, and that's gonna make it
Yeah,
even worse for everyone.
I'm
Anyway,
telling you, it's
what
gonna.
what were we talking about? Knicks Jazz. You're betting on Julius Randle. I completely interrupted you. I apologize.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with Julius Randle yet, but I'm probably gonna throw like $10 on Julius Randle first basket 3-point exact method, just for fun. Just for fun.
That's a wilder bet than Vicente Luque by submission. So that's saying something.
I see it. I literally see it now. Knicks win the tip. Randall open in the corner. RJ Barrett swings it to him. Bang. Splash.
Jericho Sims versus Walker Kessler at the tip off. It's gonna be an exhilarating tip for you, man, because I have no idea who's winning that shit. You know?
Uh, not the
I
white
guess
guy.
probably Sims, yeah. Uh, okay. I'm out on this. James, I don't think I sent you my lottery ticket, did I? But I'll just read through it. Nope, not that one. That is the UFC one. Jerry made this. If when it loses, it's all his fault. But Jerry doesn't know who any of these fighters are, and we just went through them. Rewind to the beginning of the show. I personally don't think this can lose. I'm looking at it and like, yeah, that makes like duh. I'm gonna win, almost $5,000 on Saturday. It's gonna be all thanks to Jerry, and I'm gonna have to like send him some money, like a tip or something, which is gonna be annoying. I was on Desmond Bain threes. He's not playing. I'm on Benedict Mathurin over 13.5 on ESPN bet. I'm on Benedict Mathurin for 20 plus on FanDuel plus 340. I'm on Scotty Barnes for 2 threes minus 152 on Bet Rivers. Scotty Barnes for 3 threes plus 215 on Bet Rivers. And I have a lottery ticket. I'm probably gonna have to adjust it maybe a little bit. It was plus 1025. I got $10 to win 100 or 0.1 unit to win a unit. Caleb Martin to make 3 threes. OG Anunoby to make 3 threes. Tyrese Halliburton to make 3 threes. And it did have Desmond Bain on there for 3. But that leg was only minus 230. So the odds are probably still okay. The only kind of big concern there is Caleb Martin for 3s. I almost bet it straight. Plus 200, Caleb Martin 3 threes is interesting to me. But yeah, I've got I guess a 3 leg now. I don't know what the odds ended up being, but Caleb Martin 3 threes, OG 3 threes, Tyrese Halliburton 3 threes. Also, I played the what do we do? Benedict Mathurin for 20 and Dame Lillard for 40. This one that James just put in front of your faces. $10 to win 300. This is gonna hit. What's up with the brim? You don't like my hat, dude? I got this hat at the Smoky Mountain National Park.
James, can you throw my ticket up real quick? Because
this ticket
yeah,
sucks.
the game's gonna start any second. All right, so I did Ingram 6 assists, Herb Jones 10 points, just to get it to plus money. I liked Herb Jones points and I like Brandon Ingram's assists. And Brandon Ingram's assist got absolutely torched today. So I tried to get it back up to plus money. Kelly Oubre Jr., if you don't like this bet, you could drop him down to 10 or don't take him at all. I just think that he matches up well with Cade Cunningham. I think he's going to get extended run here. He's getting his legs back underneath him. So hopefully he goes for 15 and gives me a nice plus money cash. Siakam 6 assists. Really good matchup for him. Good matchups around him, especially. They actually give up a lot of assists to his position. He's hit this like 3 times last year. Don't put too much stock into that though.
Real quick,
Brandon Miller.
I have a bet. I have a straight bet on Scotty Barnes threes, and I have OG threes in a parlay. So I have to like that bet too. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, Siakam will probably benefit with a few assists out of that. Brandon Miller, 3 threes. I just bet this when he played the Heat last game. Actually, I think he's hit this in 3 straight games, 3+3s. Still plus money, and he gets the Heat again in a plus matchup. Everybody knows by now I love betting shooting guards against the Heat for like the last 3 seasons. Fred VanVleet, 4 threes. This one I was hoping for a little better plus money, but his volume's been way up lately. He actually played them early this season. It's a great matchup for his threes, and he played them early this season. He did end up hitting 4 threes. So hoping for a repeat performance. If everything goes right, maybe we'll have some legs in this game, in this ticket. Also, I wanted to do something a little fun. I don't know if you saw on Twitter, I gave out, but I put 25, I did 25 spots in my Discord for $20 for the whole year. And it sold out in like 5 minutes. It was actually really cool. The reason I like doing that is because you get a good core of loyal people that just are active in the chats, and it's already paying off. Guys are just talking to each other. They're, it's fun. I added 5 more for anybody that's active in like the YouTube chat or Twitch chat. So I did add 5 more to, and the link is in my bio. So it's $20, and you have my Discord access for an entire year until today of next year.
If your UFC parlay hits, I'll buy 50 people a year's worth of access to your Discord.
You're on, buddy.
Cool. GoldBoys.com, sign up for the GoldBoys Discord. WAP.com/plus money, sign up for Jerry's. Sleeper picks. Download the app, use code GoldBoys, code ParlayJ, code DJ and Eli. I think it is back down to a $100 deposit match. But they've got some free squares and stuff, cool stuff going on. I can finally use it, so I'm trying to remember to use it. Don't use code GoldBoys though. Use code ParlayJ or code DJ and Eli, because GoldBoys still makes money, and then we also make money. You know what I mean? So, yeah. We're back Friday, 6 o'clock. Might try to get Finesse on. Finesse, it's been a while since Finesse has been on. I might try to get Finesse on, at least get his thoughts on what is a really stacked UFC card. If you're still here, thank you. Please click only 1 like on this video, Jerry. We're canceling the show. Please click the like button.
That actually upset me a little bit. Nobody likes this show.
1 like on this video, so obviously we're trash.
Can we get it to 10? Can we get that number to 10 before we leave? Is it going up?
It went down. Somebody unliked it. It's down to 0. Up to 6. Up to 6.
Up to 6.
So
come on.
It's so easy. We've had quite a bit of people watching this. Just hit the like button real quick. It's so fast. If you're not subscribed to the show, please do that. Our like, come on, fellas. Shark Burners, I know you like the show, the video. I appreciate you. People that are in the chat consistently, Izzy, Shark Burner, Chandler, Justice, Bobby. I know I miss people. Thank you. Makes the show a lot more fun for us to do. If you're still watching, again, really appreciate the support. Giving us an hour of your evening and giving a shit what we have to say. That means a lot to me. Probably not Jerry, but go ahead.
I didn't clarify when I said that $20 for the year thing. You gotta. I don't know. This is like, I'm technically stupid. I didn't mean it like that. Technologically stupid? Is that
okay?
I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm technically stupid too. I don't know. It's a little complicated for me. Anyways, if you click the link in my bio,
14.
There's like 5 payment options. Just if it's still available, I only put 5 on there. If it's still available, click the $20 and you get it for a year or something. I think I did that. I think I said that right. I don't know.
Oh, if you're in the chat, the like button disappears. You have to hit it on the way out. I didn't know that, Shark Burner, so thank you. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. Oh, we're up to 14 likes. So yeah, let's get out of here. I'm really hungry, and I have to pee really bad. We're back at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna try to get Finesse on for a little bit, maybe. And yeah, appreciate you watching. Be nice to each other. Good luck on your bets. Let's win some money. GoldBoys.com.
Good night.